What's going on, everybody? Tyrell here. If you like crypto, on this channel I bring together the fundamentals and the technicals to curate valuable information to help you on your journey. A free way to support this channel is to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And we have surpassed the 250 subscribers milestone, so make sure to leave a comment on this video so I can give away some free money. Let's get into the video. Looking at the total crypto market cap, we're currently sitting at $1.406 trillion. Let's zoom out to the day. Some money has flowed into the crypto market cap, but not a lot, as we are in the 4th of July weekend. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too busy this weekend. Looking at the altcoin market, currently sitting at $759 billion. Not too much change there, to be honest. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, it fell a little bit down to 46%. So one thing to keep an eye on as we go into this next quarter, or current quarter, however you want to look at it. Looking at Bitcoin, currently sitting at $34,537. So as I've been saying for many videos, this has been strong support because we can go all the way back to the beginning of the year where price touched 42,000 and then it dipped down a little bit, and then it went all the way up to its all-time highs of, what is that, 64,899, and then we're currently chilling at our current levels. So still just an accumulation phase right now. Whether you want to accumulate Bitcoin or sell it, or try and take trades based on the range bound trading action, whatever floats your boat. This isn't financial advice, this is just a guy talking on it. Personally, I'm going to be accumulating more, and like if I can get paid in Bitcoin, I'm going to do that as well. As I've mentioned before, like one of my fears is if we get like a break and close below 30,000, then there's really no support all the way until $20,000. But even if it does go down that low, then I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people willing to scoop up Bitcoin at cheaper prices. But what if it doesn't? What if it just goes all the way up to 42,000 and then keeps going higher? Then people would have to get in at higher prices. So that's just the game that we play. Looking at Ethereum, currently sitting at $2,200, above that $2,000 psychological level, and just below that 2,500 resistance level. So in an accumulation phase, just as Bitcoin. And we're going to be talking about both of these in terms of the mining difficulty. So we'll get into that later on in this video. Looking at some news from CoinDesk, Bitcoin range bound into the weekend lags crypto stocks because it is the 4th of July weekend and a lot of people in the US are just going to be drinking and hanging out. So I hope everybody has a fun and safe 4th of July. Bitcoin was mostly flat on Friday as buyers and sellers appear to be in a stalemate, or they're really just not looking at the charts. So why not just go hang out and enjoy the sun? The world's largest cryptocurrency is up about 6% over the past week and is expected to hold support above 30,000 into the weekend. So pretty cool stuff. I'm not going to get into this article deeply, but it will be in the video description for you to read. This one is pretty cool in terms of like it being an opinion, and let's just read the headline. Money reimagined, United States of stablecoin. So to maintain the dollar's position in the world, the US should follow Randall Quarles' advice and foster an open, stablecoin-driven money system. So in my previous video, I mentioned that best monetary policy wins. So if everything's going to be digital in the long run, whichever protocol has the best monetary policy programmed in and most people use it, then by default it's going to win. So what some people think is like, why not have that be the US dollar, right? So the stablecoin route to hyper-dollarization move over crypto mom has to pierce. The cryptocurrency community has fallen in love with the new US regulator. A speech this week by Randall Quarles is being hailed by prominent crypto pundits as a manifesto for how the US government could harness the power of cryptocurrency innovation to serve its international interests and establish an even wider soft power role for the dollar in the global economy. Now, as I was reading this one, I thought it would be pretty interesting to see this play out and having a dollar-backed stablecoin be essentially the reserve stablecoin of the world and have the most amount of people using the digital dollar, or it could even be USDC, and just how these things develop over time. Reading this article, I'll leave this one in the video description as well. Say like you have the ethos of development with an open source permissionless platform, it would be more trusted in a way than it being a closed doors government controlled CBDC. A lot of people won't necessarily trust that because like if it's just a Fed coin essentially, people would perceive it as being like, hey, this stable coin or this digital dollar is just Big Brother watching all of our transactions on a blockchain. Whereas like you develop something where it has like these core tenets that people really value, such as like privacy, not necessarily anonymity, but pseudonymity, right? So not everybody can see exactly what you're purchasing. They can just see a transaction, but there's no like identifying information. And of course, like some other things that still need to be hashed out. But that eventuality is probably going to be a lot better and stronger and would be used a lot more than having it just be like some Fed coin, central bank CBDC. So some pretty cool things happening on the stablecoin front for cryptocurrencies, and I'm super interested to see how this plays out because of course like Bitcoin isn't designed well for like thousands or millions of payments at once because it has a slow like transactions per second, TPS. But of course there's going to be like developments such as like the Lightning Network where it can have like thousands of transactions per second and then it's just confirmed onto the blockchain. But we digress. There's just going to be some pretty cool things that happen coming from this. So I'll leave this link in the video description. Next, new report places United States at top of crypto ready countries. Now there is a lot of support with cryptocurrencies in not only like Congress, but senators having laser eyes, and then you have like these corporations really investing billions of dollars into Bitcoin. So the US is ripe to actually have a crypto economy, which it really already is. So with the United States kind of leading the way, and then you got like Cyprus and Singapore coming up behind, according to this research, there's still a lot of work to be done for more and more people mass adoption to happen over time. But I mean, we have some tailwinds with like El Salvador recognizing Bitcoin as legal tender. I'm waiting for the day that the United States does the same. So pretty cool stuff. And getting into some more technical stuff, the London hard fork enters testnet on Ethereum as difficulty bomb sees delay. So there's some really cool developments on the Ethereum blockchain, such as like EIP 1559, where there's going to be Ethereum burned after transactions. So there's like a saying of Ethereum being super sound money. Is that right? Like ultrasound money. That's the correct term. And of course, all these other EIPs, Ethereum improvement protocols, that aims to make this protocol stronger because it's essentially the bedrock of decentralized finance and NFTs and so many other financial applications. And there's some other articles that I'm not going to go over in this video, but institutions really see the opportunity in becoming their own validators on the Ethereum network. So they have millions and billions of dollars to spend, so they can essentially acquire some Ethereum and then become their own validators and earn Ethereum rewards for securing the network. There's people that think that's a good thing, and there's people that think it's a bad thing. So with it being a good thing, it's just like, hey, these institutions realize the opportunity of Ethereum and they are supporting the growth and security of the network. One point. On the other hand, some people see it as a centralization of power. So like there's a decentralization ethos present within cryptocurrencies. Like no one company or entity is supposed to have that much power. Shout out Kanye. So like if institutions can acquire enough Ethereum or any other asset that offers staking as a service or as part of their protocol, then you can have a centralization of power, because it's just like, hey, these things are designed to choose validators that have the most amount of resources to secure the network. So if an entity or a group of entities, banks, start getting into staking as a service, and they have the most amount of resources to secure the network, then they essentially control the network. So that is a risk as we go forward into time, and more institutions and companies and people begin to put their ETH up for staking. So one thing to keep in mind. And then Bitcoin mining difficulty just fell by a record 28%, but will this help BTC price recover? And this is because China is causing many Bitcoin miners to shut down, and they are migrating to different geographic areas where Bitcoin mining is more friendly, like viewed more friendly by those governments. So we'll have to see in time how the hash rate recovers, because it is pretty down from its all-time highs. Pretty much down. It's kind of rough. But going back to this article, there is a mantra where it says price follows hash rate. So it's just going to be a matter of time before all those miners, those idle machines, are shipped out and set up in other places, and the hash rate goes back up again. Now, who wins in this scenario now that hash rate is down? It's anybody that's already producing blocks right now and securing the network. So like it's easier for these miners to mine Bitcoin and solve the cryptographic algorithm to append blocks onto the blockchain. So like the reward is easier, but over time that's going to be adjusted when more and more miners come back online. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I don't have a timeline of when these miners get up and running, but I honestly hope that the hash rate does go up, because it follows, or price follows the hash rate. So that is my 2 cents. Once again, this is Tyrell. Make sure to comment on this video and like, subscribe if you haven't already. And then on my next video, I'm going to be choosing 5 people to win $50. So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.